Hello and welcome back to Rain Check. We will be starting the Rou route. So, I'm trying to remember what happens leading up to that. I believe, Javier gets contacted by somebody after he, has a run-in with the person who's not in their head, not in their right mind. Rou and Javier decide to try to help him. I believe that this is after they go to the warehousey place the first time, and then they discover Monty. So this is the point where you have to either decide to follow Javier's plan, which is what was previously written already, or decide to go with whatever it is that Rou wants to do. And, well, we're gonna do whatever Rou wants to do this time, which I'm assuming means that Rou is not going to be, hurt. He's not gonna end up in the hospital, so you're gonna be running around with him, obviously. But, whether or not this means Javier is gonna be the one that gets hurt or somehow gets sidelined, I don't know. But yeah. So I'm trying to remember what else, like, specifically important happened before this happens, but, like, it's been a while since I read the beginning of the story. I mean, I guess there really isn't anything more to go over. I mean, we know what happens with the Javier route, where we find out what Blackout is, we find out how David and his family are connected to certain suspicious dealings. We also find out how, I'm forgetting the name of the Arctic Fox. We find out that he is somehow connected to Blackout, but also connected to David's family. We also know that the Tiger Lady wants to run for mayor because the current one is corrupt, but, like, still a little suspicious because, you know, it's politics. But yeah, that's most of what we already know, so we're gonna be going into the Rou route knowing a little bit more. Whether or not that is actually gonna benefit us, we don't know yet. Anyways, so without further ado, let us begin Rou's route. So this is where you get to pick who you're gonna go with. And obviously we're gonna go with Rou because this is the start of his route. Honestly, I think Rou might be right. Considering what happened the first time, I don't want to risk a second encounter. Let's stay outside. I don't think going back in is a good idea. What if they brought backup now? Couldn't have said it better myself. You heard the man. We'll be scouting from here. The fox shakes his head in defeat, sighing as he pulls out his laptop and shrugs. Fine. I'll see what I can do from over here. The fox starts tapping away on his laptop, the screen constantly changing and flashing text that I have no idea the meaning of. We're still a bit away from the power plant. Should we get closer or... No, we'd be in plain sight of the cameras, and I don't think turning them off would be wise if we're scouting. Rou takes out a pair of binoculars and peers out the driver's side door. Is there anything that I could do right now to help? Neither of them respond as they're occupied doing their own things. I guess I'll try to figure out where we are. I reach into my pockets and take out my phone, opening the map app. Put that away. My phone? Yes, it's interfering with my scans. Ah, right, okay then. I quickly stuff my phone back in my pants and stare out at the flickering lights in the distance of the power plant. If you want to be useful, I suggest you join Rou and see if you can spot anything odd from here. He turns around and points to the road, offshooting from the power plant. Sure. Minutes pass by as my face is pressed against the window, trying to spot any abnormalities off in the distance. To be honest, there's not much to see, just some factory buildings here and there. I switched sides trying to see if I missed anything, But this site feels even more barren, if that's even possible. Huh. Come to think of it, what kind of places would set up shop here anyway? Hey! Where do you think you're going? Trying to see if there's a better angle to observe from. The sightlines are obstructed here. Rou steps out and circles behind the car, moving to the side of the road with his binocular still in paw. I look back over to Javier, who's busy tapping away at his laptop. Hey Javier, do you think that I should join him? The fox motions me to exit the car as he shakes his head, his attention focused on his screen. Javier? Go, I would appreciate the silence while I try to scan the area. Just don't do anything crazy. I spot Rou off in the distance on the top of the small hill and wave to him as I jog over. Hey, joining me? Yeah, Javier said that he needed to focus, so I'm out here now. Here, take a look over there in this direction. Rou passes me the binoculars in his paw, and I try to look at whatever he's pointing at. Do you see what I'm seeing? I squint and try my best to discern what I'm looking at through the lens. There is a long black line squirming across the ground, moving in a strange rhythmic way. I doubt that we'd see this without the binoculars, and from this exact angle too. What is that thing? Some kind of snake? No, that can't be it. No, not a snake. Look at the tip. The tip? I try to get a better look and catch occasional light flying from the end of the rope. Are those sparks? Is that a live wire or something? Exactly. I was at that exact section earlier, and I can tell you that that wasn't there. Suspicious, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, what do you think would have caused that? I'm not sure, but whatever happened, people normally don't leave shit like that lying around. And judging by how quiet it is, I'd say that the entire area is deserted. Now that I think about it, everything out here feels a little too calm. Maybe it's just the time of night? Oh, or maybe everyone went home? Can't say unless we head inside. But with what I'm seeing, I'd say that it's best to stay out here. Wouldn't want to accidentally get electrocuted. Rou glances over at me and shrugs. That's to say that I think that we scared those thugs away. I doubt that they'll be bothering you anytime soon, if at all. Rou's ears suddenly twitch and he pushes me back behind him. There's a car coming. Find somewhere to hide. I managed to scurry behind an electrical box nearby us, with Rou taking cover behind some shrubs. It's faint at first, but the sound of tires grinding across gravel grows louder until we spot a silver sedan driving past us. I look over at Rou, who's frantically motioning me back to our car. Did you guys see that? Yes. Rou starts the car and immediately turns into it, around to follow after the sedan. Did you see where it came from, Javier? No. I didn't notice until it was already passing by. I was focusing on scanning the area. Did the car come from the power plant? We didn't see it. Rou only heard it coming from the distance. What? So you're telling me that this car might not even be from the power plant? Iridescent Drive doesn't connect to any other main road. Who would be here unless they're from the power plant? I don't know. What about people like us? If we didn't see them come out of the power plant, they could have originated anywhere for all we know. For example, there was an auto repair shop a few more blocks down the road. We can't rule out. At this time of the night, I doubt it. Now focus. We can't let the car out of our sights. Rou continues to speed down the road, his eyes locked onto the car ahead, just barely in view. Even though there isn't any traffic around this area at this time of the night, I cannot but grow nervous as Rou speeds through the lights after light. This goes on for several minutes before I decide to speak up. We won't get pulled over, right? Yes, we'll be fine. According to the police patrol schedule, they don't scout this area until the mornings. Patrol schedule? How'd you manage to get a hold of that? found it white on display on their servers. That's what they get for not using encryption. I can make out the faint sounds of Javier chuckling before Rou sneers at him. If you could make yourself useful. Alright. Javier reaches over and grabs the binoculars from Rou's side before putting them on. Tss. We need to get closer, and be on a road with fewer bumps. I can barely track the car with how much we're shaking. No need. They're getting on the highway. I might be able to get right behind them. The engine suddenly roars as Rou steps on the gas, and my body falls back against the seat. We weave in and out of the lanes, trying to make our way closer to the sedan. Just a few cars behind. I think that I can make out the first letters of their plate. I lean forward, trying to get a better view as well, but as if they knew that we were following, the car switches lanes at the last second. Fucking hell. Rou follows immediately and dangerously changes 3 lanes over, nearly causing me to slam against the door. Heading off to the city, huh? Rou maneuvers the car and we're barely able to squeeze through a lane of cars onto the exit ramp. Watch it! I let out a sigh of relief as we somehow avoid hitting anything. The car's turning. I don't think that we'll make it in time. The sedan manages to turn left off the ramp and onto another road just as the lights change. Oh no, I don't think that we can follow them. Not with cars in front of us waiting to turn. How annoying. Rou suddenly turns the wheel to one side and accelerates, launching the car onto the shoulder of the road. Oh, wait, it's a red light. It's fine, I got this. Without wasting a second, the wolf drifts the car gracefully, turning it left onto the road. Cars slam on their brakes, trying not to collide with us as Rou stabilizes the car and speeds after our targets. Ugh, watch it! Within seconds, we start to slow down as the car enters the city. Traffic builds fast, and before we know it, we're at a complete stop. This is annoying. Theodore, can you spot the car ahead? I squint, trying my best to single out the car in a sea of taillights. No. I mean, that looks like it. I scratch my head and let out a nervous chuckle. No, that's not it either. I don't think that I can see anything from this angle. There. Rou points off to the distance, pinpointing our target with ease. Are you sure that's them? Just look at how many silver cars are in front of us. Just a hunch. Please don't waste my time. Rou starts steering the car between lanes, snaking past cars as he tries to inch closer to the sedan. I don't know whether or not I should be anxious or impressed. Eventually, after what feels like a lifetime of turning and stopping, we manage to land ourselves directly behind the car. Javier takes out his phone and discreetly snaps a photo of the license plate. VQ1W92ZL, noted. Tinted glass, huh? Suspicious. I try my best to look through the glass in the front, but Rou catches me staring and waves a paw to stop me. They can still see us if they look in their mirrors. Just act casual. Right. We follow the car with ease down several streets and turn now that they're right in front of us. Huh. Wait a second. This street looks familiar. I stare out the side of the window and that's when I spot the familiar shape of the Grand Marine looming above. Wait, what street is this? Isn't that the Grand Marine? Maine, and yes, that is. This just got interesting. Huh? What do you mean? Look, they're turning in. I look ahead, seeing the silver sedan turn into the parking lot of the Grand Marine, with Rou following swiftly behind. Huh. How intriguing. Javier's voice hitches before he turns to look at me, his face visible with curiosity. Assuming this person is from the power plant, if they've come here, then there's a high, non-zero chance that they've come for Theodore. I blink several times trying to understand what the fox said. What do you mean? I mean, this person is trying to come after you for putting a wrench in their plans earlier. I'm referring to the text that you received. Oh, you're right. I swallow hard and sink down in my seat. We're jumping to conclusions. Besides, we're here. You'll be fine. After a brief moment, Rou stops and parks the car, taking off his suit as quickly as he can. Really? Rather be less conspicuous. Rou points to a silver car that's parked a few spots ahead. That's them. Quick, let's follow them before they get away. I follow Rou as close as I can as we make our way to the elevator, exiting on the casino floor. Are you positive that this is the floor that he stopped at? Yes. Like I said, he was the only one that entered the elevator. The monitor showed that he stopped on this floor. But what if he got off on this floor just to take the stairs? Quiet. Rou starts scanning around, his attention fixed towards the casino lounge. We're going inside. Look for a snow leopard with a face mask. Javier, make sure that we're not being recorded. Tss. All right. You two go on ahead. I'll do the preliminaries around here first. We continue walking in and past the security gate, and that's when I notice that it's unoccupied. Hey, isn't there supposed to be a security here? I'm pretty sure that we're not supposed to just walk on in like this. He nods once without breaking his gaze on the search. Must be on break then. Lucky us. Yeah. Feels weird to be back here again. It's only natural. You don't think that the cat is still here? Doubt it. You sent them flying, remember? Yeah. Don't think that they'll be back here ever again. Rou suddenly extends his arm out, stopping me without saying a word. He motions to the bar counter from across the lounge in front of us. Him. The one ordering the drinks. Him? My eyes lock onto the snow leopard casually sipping from his glass. I mean, I guess he looks kind of suspicious just standing there, but he just looks like a normal guy. They usually do. If I'm being honest, he kind of looks like someone that I knew in college. Bet he does. But yeah, he really isn't doing much. Should we keep watching him? There's a sudden light tap on my tail, causing the two of us to turn around. There you guys are. We found him. The fox peers around Rou's massive frame and shakes its head. We nearly died in your car chase for him. Are you sure that we got the right guy? He looks nothing like the kind of people that we were running into before. Yes, I saw him get out of the silver car. Well, how do you know that we ended up following the right car? The whole street was basically filled with silver cars the moment that we got off the highway. Not to mention the fact that the city is filled. Rou swats down his large paw on Javier's shoulder, nearly squashing him as Rou glares him down. Just trust me. This is our guy. Alright, I'll play along, even though I feel like this is just some normal civilian. So what's the plan? Do we just keep an eye on him, or we stay here for now? After he drinks a few more glasses, one of us can go over and talk to him. Rou naturally turns to look at Javier. Oh please, don't look at me. Aren't you the one with experience when it comes to chatting up other men at bars? I already scanned the area. It's your turn to do something. I don't mind going over. Definitely not. There's a high chance that he recognizes who you are if you're being targeted, even after a few drinks. We were all at the power plant, but Javier is the one that looks the most harmless. Hey! I'm right here. Just because I'm short and skinny doesn't mean that I won't tase you. I stand there awkwardly trying not to laugh at the fox when I spot a familiar white-furred figure a few rows away. Rou? Isn't that the security guard that we saw before? He follows my gaze and scoffs. That stick up the ass. What was his name again? Christopher? Yeah, I think so. It looks like he's coming this way. Who? What are you talking about? Rou pushes us towards some seats further back, just out of Christopher's line of sight, as he walks past and heads towards the bar. Tss, I told you not to push me around like that. Javier brushes off his sleeves and adjusts his collar before glancing towards the bar with us. Now, can someone tell me just who this Christopher is? No one important. Just some security guard that I tried to shake off Theodore's ass when he was being attacked yesterday. Well, it looks like our security guard friend knows this snow leopard too. Let me see if I can pick up what they're saying. Javier pulls out his phone and a bit flipper, attaches the two, and pops in a small earbud. I glance back at the bar as Javier starts quietly narrating their conversation. Hey, took you long enough? What do you mean? You didn't tell me that you were arriving so soon. I told you, man. I'd be here after work. You didn't check your phone again, did you? Whatever, it doesn't matter. How you been lately? Me? You know how it is. Work's been shitty as always. I made a fuck up yesterday and my boss has been grilling me over it. Ouch, what did you do this time? Same shit that I told you last night. The wrong files? Yes, I sent the wrong files to the wrong system and it caused a fucking mess with the messaging. It fucking sucks. What can you do? Anyway, you seen the news about the football match last night? Yeah, can't believe that we were down for almost the entire game until the end. Javier takes out his earbud and rolls his eyes. They're talking about sports and other mundane topics now. It sounds like Christopher's friend has been having a rough day at work. And now they're talking about video games. I'm starting to think that we ended up following the wrong person. The way that I see it, there are two possible options. Either we did follow the right car the entire time, but they were working further down than the power plant, or we lost sight of the sedan, and with so many silver cars on the road, we ended up following the wrong one. Yeah, and there were a few times that we lost sight of the car for a few seconds. Javier pats Raul's arm in a patronizing way and nods. No one's perfect. We all get it wrong sometimes. What are they saying now? Raul's eyes remain fixed on the two at the bar, who now seem more relaxed and animated. Huh? Something about going back home and hanging out. You still don't think we should follow them? I have a suspicion. Are you sure that we should be wasting our time on this? No offense to Theodore, but I think that those texts that he got earlier were just some kind of cruel prank. If anything, Theodore just got pranked by some gang of hooligans with nothing better to do than scare people like him. It would explain most, if not all, of what's been going on now. What do you think? The wolf looks at me now and Javier follows his lead, waiting on my input. My ears flattened a bit as I let out an awkward chuckle. I really don't know. I mean, they could be suspicious, but at the same time, they don't really seem like it. Maybe we did end up following the wrong guy. Precisely. And plus, if that snow leopard was really from the power plant or those texts, you'd think that he'd have done something about Theodore by now. It's just a coincidence, all circumstantial. Alright then, I'll drop it. Good. The last thing that I want to do is go on another one of your wild adventures as late at night. And I'm sure Theodore's had enough for today too. I guess. Well, glad that's settled. Javier tucks his equipment neatly back into his pocket and turns to me. I don't suspect that the text will result in anything serious. So we won't be seeing each other anymore. Thank you for not getting in our way. Especially mine. Goodbye. Goodbye, Javier. Thanks for helping me. It was, somewhat bearable. Hey, what about the reservation in half an hour? Ah, right. I only made it because you wanted to go. I'd rather go back home to do more analysis on the harbor. You can go and maybe take Theodore with you. Javier wastes no time disappearing, leaving just the two of us. Is he always like this? Yes. Rou glances back at the bar and lets out a disappointed sigh. Looks like they left while we were talking. Whatever. Are you hungry? Me? Maybe a bit. Why? Javier made reservations at the restaurant here, but I'm sure that you just heard. Well, he wasn't gonna be going. Oh, I thought you guys were kidding about inviting me. Maybe he was, but I'm not. Besides, nothing like some free food to wind down for the day. Free? It's reserved under his card, so... He nudges my shoulder gently and motions to the elevators. My face flushes when I realize I'm about to have dinner with Rou. Oh my god. Come on, enough idling around. You in? Okay. I mean, yeah, sure. Great, because I'm starving. We exit onto the 60th floor, just like I expected. Rou looks around clearly unimpressed with the decor as he searches for the restaurant entrance. Ah, okay, so, we're going to the Escapade? You've been here before? No, but I stopped by the other day while exploring the hotel. It isn't as busy as I thought. Probably because this place is mainly for rich asses. I guess. I come to a sudden stop eyeing Rou with concern as it hits me how out of place I look in my outfit. Should I go back and change, or... Don't bother. There's no rules about that. Unless it really bothers you. No, I was just wondering cause... It's not like my outfit fits anyways. That's true. Oh, right, I thought Javier said that you wanted to come here. Haha, no. That was just his excuse. If I had to guess, he wanted to check out this place for the atmosphere. But we wasted too much of his free time today. Guess he's busy. I glance away as my face warms up, guilt settling in. That was my fault, wasn't it? You're fine. Don't worry about him. Besides, I would never come to a place like this on my own. Bunch of high-class, pretentious slop. Can't stand people who actually enjoy this shit. A familiar-looking canine steps out from the front doors and bows. I really hope that they didn't hear that last part. The staff smiles politely at Rou, but their expression shifts slightly when their eyes land on me. Probably because of how I'm dressed. Welcome to the Escapade. Do you two have a reservation? Table for two. Reservation under Javier. Ah, yes. We've been expecting you two. Though you are early. We do have a table ready near the VIPs, if you'd like to be seated now. Sure, whatever. Very well. Right this way. We step inside and I immediately feel like a fish out of water. The place is lavish, decorations hanging from the ceiling, glistening chandeliers, polished floors. I cannot but linger behind as I take it all in. Everything's so fancy. I notice Rou further ahead, already waiting and motioning for me to catch up. Sorry, I'm just not used to all of this. I thought the hotel was fancy, but this is on another level. I take it it's your first time at a place like this? Yeah, it's pretty obvious, huh? Just a little. Rou lets out a short chuckle as the staff leads us to our table. I will return in just a moment. We sit down and I'm still taking in every detail. The intricate paintings, the velvet seats, even the cutlery looks expensive. Hey. Rou's voice cuts through my thoughts, sharp enough to snap me out of it. Huh? The waiter wants to know what you want to order. I look up and see a tall, suited hyena patiently waiting beside our table. Oh, shoot, I was too distracted and didn't even look at the menu. Need another minute? Well, I don't want to be that guy who holds everyone up. I'll just get whatever you're having. Alright then. 2 of the steaks. The waiter nods and writes it down before moving on to another table. You good? Rou chuckles, and I try my best to smile back without looking completely awkward. Yeah, just taking it all in. Is it that noticeable? Just poking fun. It's been a long day for you. Soak it all in and relax if you have to. Yeah, you're right. Good. 1 second. Rou pulls out his phone and reads something on the screen. His expression darkens, his brow furrows, and he starts glaring off at nothing in particular. I follow his gaze, but there's nothing there. Whatever he read clearly bothered him, but he doesn't say anything. The next few minutes are quiet, uncomfortably so. Neither of us speaks. I sip slowly from the tall glass of water in front of me, hoping the tension will ease up. Eventually, the glass is empty and I'm left sitting in the silence waiting. Thankfully, I spot the waiter heading back with our meals. Finally, something to talk about. Hello, gentlemen. Hope you two are having a fine night. Here's your food. Please enjoy. They set down 2 large plates of steak in front of us and bow before stepping away. Oh, wow. This looks amazing. Better taste as good as it looks. Without waiting, Rou cuts into a steak and takes a bite. He nods in approval. Not bad. Could be a bit bigger, though. I follow his lead and try mine. Definitely tastes as good as it looks. The aroma, the flavor, it's all incredible. I end up zoning out, stuffing my face with meat. Hey. I glance up and catch Rou staring at me. Oh no, was I eating too fast? Or maybe I did something embarrassing again? Yeah? I want to get your opinion on something. He stops, looking behind me, focused but unreadable. Unsure if he's lost in thought or actually watching something, I decide to turn and look. I nearly jump as David suddenly appears right beside me, wearing that unmistakable cheerful smile. Somehow, I'm not even surprised that he's here. Hi! I knew that it was you guys. How are you two doing? I glance over at Rou, who's now eyeing David just as curiously as I am. Hey David, we're good. Fancy seeing you again. We're just, having dinner. Nice! Where's your other friend, Mr. Fox? He, couldn't make it. How's it going, though? I'm guessing that you're also having dinner? That's right. I'm just sitting over there, behind the fancy aquarium. The reindeer points around the corner, before sliding over to Rou and eyeing our table. Wow, you guys also got the steak? Rou slices off a piece of meat and eats it casually in front of David. No. Haha, Mr. Theodore, your friend is funny. Haha. Yeah, he sure is. I force a smile, trying to keep things polite. Hey, Mr. Theodore, are you free later? Why? What's up? Well, since you're here, I thought that I'd ask you to hang out. Tonight? Yeah, I hope that it's not too late for you. What's the catch? Catch? There's no catch. It's just that it's so boring staying cooped up in my floor all the time. Then go out. I wish, but my dad doesn't want me going out, especially not to the city. He says that it's too dangerous and hectic, especially with all the political stuff happening. And don't get me started on the weather. It's been raining so much, I can't even go to the beach nearby. I bet the fish are happy, but I'm not. Aren't you rich? Just take your private jet out of here for the afternoon. Rou's tone is sarcastic, but his face stays unreadable. I can't tell if he's joking. I could. But the private jet's under maintenance at the moment. But anyways, wanna hang out? We could play some video games. Oh, or I could show off some of my recent photographs. Well, I am kinda tired and it's been a long day. But I can't deny I'm curious what it's like to hang out with David. Plus, he seems like he really needs someone around. I can't help but feel bad. Sure, I'm down to hang out. Hooray! Come on up to the 65th floor whenever you're done with dinner. Do you still have the business card that I gave you? Yeah, I think it's in my wallet. Great, just have that ready in case someone asks what you're doing on my floor. Oh, okay, sounds good. I'll see you then. I have to head back to my table. I told my dad that I was going to the washroom and I haven't yet. Oops. David scurries off the same way that he came, and I notice Rou shaking his head with a smug look on his face. Look at you, Mr. Popular. I didn't think that you guys were so close. Well, we're really not. It felt like he could really use a company. Ironic. I wait for him to explain what he means, but he doesn't. He just wipes his mouth and I suddenly notice that his plate is empty. Wait, since when did you finish your food? Since the ranger came over. He glances at my plate and chuckles. Take your time though, unless you want to head over as soon as possible. Haha, it's not like that. I just got distracted and didn't realize that you ate so fast. Oh, that's right. You were saying something before David showed up? Yes. I want your opinion on something. He leans in slightly, his eyes locked with mine serious. I'll cut to the chase. What do you think of Lawrence? Have you talked with him after being introduced? Be honest. Lawrence? It takes a few seconds before I remember. The gray wolf that I met earlier. Oh, him. He's kind of, arrogant? Haughty? I didn't speak with him at all. I took a nap after we were introduced. Why? Did something happen? I got a text from Javier earlier. You probably noticed. Yeah, what did he say? Javier caught Lawrence trying to access some documents that he doesn't have clearance for. What do you mean? Javier walked in on him trying to get into a system that he's not supposed to be in. When questioned, Lawrence first said that you asked him to look into something for you. For me? What? That doesn't make any sense. Exactly. Then he changed his story and said that he accidentally used the wrong computer and misspoke. Claimed that he was looking up something that might interest you. Huh? I'm so confused. Lawrence was trying to look up something I would have found interesting? I'm not sure what his game is, but I told Javier to keep an eye on him and report it to our boss. If he tries to reach out to you, take my advice and stay away from him. He's trouble. Javier said something similar, but if he causes so much trouble, why is he still working for you guys? Take a guess. I think for a reason, but nothing sticks. I shake my head, clueless. I don't know. Is he important? Don't tell me that he owes the company or something. God, fuck no. Wouldn't be working at ARC if he did. I don't have concrete proof, but I'm almost certain that Lawrence has some dirt on our boss or some shit. A normal person can only handle so much of that spoiled, egotistical prick. Javier told me that Lawrence gets things done in a way that's unorthodox. Is that related? Javier told you? Just a bit. I still don't know the full picture. Well, he does. And don't worry about it. All you need to know is that he gets results. And that's what our boss cares about, since it keeps the business afloat. Even if the things that he does are shady. I see. But couldn't that be the reason that your boss keeps him around? Yes. That's what he claims. But I know my boss personally. That can't be the real reason. He sighs and shakes his head. That's beyond the point, though. I don't know what he was scheming between this and his cancelled holiday, but stay away from that mud if he comes knocking. I nod slowly, still trying to piece together what this all means. Best not to overthink it right now. You got it. Good. And one more thing. Rou leans back in his seat, but his expression stays firm. Do you think that you could bring me along after the dinner to David's? Huh? Really? What? I was under the impression that, that you thought that he was annoying. I'm not gonna argue that, but I'd like to come along if you don't mind. For the investigation. Oh? You mean the one that you're currently investigating? Yes. I'd like to talk with Mr. Lorix if I can. David's dad? But how do you know that he'll be there? I don't know, but it's worth a shot. Okay. Yeah, I guess I could bring you along. I don't think David would mind more company. That settles that. Let's go after your food, unless you need to do something else first. Rou grins and points at my plate. I glance down and realize that I still have half a steak left. Sorry, I've just been distracted. Normally I finish my food pretty fast. And no, I don't have anything planned. I'm free after this. Great. I quickly finish my steak, trying not to slow down. You sure know how to stuff yourself. He winks at me before flashing a grin, and I nearly choke, my face turning red. This guy sure is smooth. We finish dinner and make our way to David's, quickly arriving on his floor. I blink a few times, glancing around the hallway, trying to figure out which direction to go. That's when it hits me. I forgot to ask David for his room number. Shoot, I knew that I forgot something. I didn't get his room number. Should we just try knocking on every single door? Rou shakes his head dismissively and points towards a velvet rope, a barrier blocking off one side of the hall. His dad is rich. They probably have the whole floor to themselves. What? You can do that? You can do anything if you have money. Rou starts walking towards the barrier, and I trail closely behind, glancing around to see if anything stands out. You got that card of his? Oh, 1 second. I dig through my pockets and pull out the business card, handing it to Rou. He steps past the rope and begins scanning the door one by one until it stops at one tucked around the corner. Here. How do you know that it's this door? I don't. He knocks a couple of times. The door swings open, revealing a large bear in a pristine suit. Definitely some kind of bodyguard. And you are? We're here to see David. He invited us over. Rou flashes a card. The bear takes it from his paw and examines it with a sharp eye. Give me a moment. He closes the door on us without another word. I glance over at Rou, feeling uneasy. Do you think that he believes us? He kind of looked repulsed by us. Probably just the way that we're dressed. Let's give it a bit. Bright side is, at least we're on the right floor. Yeah. We stand around for a while though. I'm probably the only one getting nervous until the door finally opens again. David pops out, his face lighting up with a wide grin as soon as he sees us. Hey, you came! Yeah, of course. I was worried for a second that you weren't able to make it. Especially since I forgot to get your number. Oh, I see. Oh, hey, I see you also brought your friend too. Yeah, I did. I hope that's okay? Rou said that he wanted to tag along. Isn't that right? I give him a subtle nudge when I notice that he hasn't said anything yet. Sure, yeah. I am interested. See? Well, of course. The more the merrier. Oh, then that means that you could play with the new game that I got since we have 3 people. Or maybe you guys want to try out this new AR tour my dad made? But first things first, come on in. And David waves his arms gleefully as we enter. His face lights up with a smile. Wow. For some reason, I thought the rooms on every floor would be the same, but apparently not. The walls here fold back into the adjacent rooms, turning the whole space into one massive living area. Hey, did you guys want anything to drink or eat? I instinctively pat my stomach and shake my head. I'm okay for now. You got any bourbon? Bourbon? Let me check. David waves his arm towards the far end of the room. and a different bear in a tailored suit appears seemingly out of nowhere and walks over. Yes, Master David? Do we have any bourbon? I am afraid that we do not. Would you like me to call room service to order some? David glances back at Rou with a smile, waiting for his answer. Sure. You heard the mister. Let's order some bourbon. Very well. Rou looks over at me, visibly impressed and a little amused. The bear walks off, already dialing room service, while David points towards a massive flat-screen TV mounted on the wall. While we wait for that, do you guys want to play some games? He looks at us expectantly, but Rou shakes his head right away. Not much of a game person. How about checking out my photo gallery? I took a bunch of shots in the city this week. Some of them might end up on the next month's issue of my magazine. You got anything interesting? Interesting? Let's see. David's face scrunches up as he thinks hard, until it lights up with excitement. Aha, I know. Do you guys want to try some cool tech stuff my dad brought for this tech show? Oh, sure. Okay, just give me 1 sec. David runs into one of the many doors and pops back through another, holding a sleek, thin laptop. Here we go! He taps on the keyboard a few times and swipes across the screen. The large TV in front of us flickers on. Okay, cool. Now we can see the screen. We all stare at the TV and realize that he's just casting his laptop screen to it. He clicks on the icon labeled No Television's Memory Lane and dashes off into another room. 1 second, I forgot to get the goggles. Goggles? This should be interesting. The TV goes black for a moment before displaying a minimal gray interface. The only thing on the screen is a large rectangular button labeled Begin Virtualization. David returns carrying 3 pairs of goggles that look almost like snowboarding gear. Alright, put these on. He powers them on, handing a pair to each of us before fiddling with his own. What exactly are we doing? Oh, that's right, I forgot to explain. We're gonna visit our memories. It'll be fun. Huh? What do you mean, visit our memories? My dad explained it to me, but I forgot all the crazy technical details. Something we can go back in our memories and check things out. It's like a street view, but for our memories. And this is safe, right? Totally. All you gotta do is put on these goggles. There are no wires, tubes, cables, or anything else. Here, I'll show you. David puts the goggles on and presses the begin button. I hold my breath with nervous curiosity as the TV shifts into an eerie gray tone, then breaks into a mess of static. And now I press this button on the laptop and think of a memory. We both watch, eyes widening, as the static begins to shape itself, the image slowly stabilizing and becoming clearer. Within seconds, the static fades entirely, replaced by an image of lush plants and colorful flowers. Hey, isn't that the gardens in the Grand Marine? You got it. I'm thinking about how we met. See, that's me, and that's you over there. I stare at the screen, confused by what I'm seeing. What do you mean by that's you? I thought this was your point of view. David scratches his head. It's obvious that he doesn't fully get it either. Try joining me here. It'll make more sense. Just put on the goggles and you'll see. Okay. I pull the strap over my head and carefully adjust the goggles. A bright flash blinds me momentarily, and it takes a second for my vision to settle. Whoa. This is trippy. So, it's like I'm in your memories? But instead of your perspective, it's third person? Yeah, that sounds about right. How do we move? Just think about it and you'll move inside. My vision suddenly lurches forward, the surroundings blurring and stretching as if the system is catching up. Whoa, this is making me kinda dizzy. You'll get used to it. Try thinking about where you want to go instead of actually moving. My perspective slows and it starts to feel more like walking. The plants, the ground, even the ceiling, it's all here. Yeah, Isn't it cool? Dad said that they're trying to add sound later. For now, it's just walking around and observing. I turn around and spot Rou standing behind me, taking in the scenery. Look guys, if you come over here, you can see me and Mr. Theodore chatting. And look, this is where Mr. Theodore takes my camera and helps me. This is crazy. How do I look so detailed? Well, you were what I was focused on, so you're the highest quality. Then the stuff that you weren't paying attention to is lower quality? Yep, look at the ceiling or the corners of the walls. They're kind of blurry. This is impressive, David. How long has your dad been working on this? Oh, I'm not sure. Let me think. The memory flickers before I know it. We're standing in a white void, dotted with gray blurs. The fuck? David, is this supposed to happen? Oops, I started thinking about something else and now it's trying to load that memory. The white void melts away as the world around us reconfigures into a large modern office. Hey look, it's me! And there's Uncle Gus! This must have been over 3 years ago. Uncle Gus? I look over at the large white fox sitting beside young David. Must be him. Both of them are fixated on the tablet in David's paws, like they're discussing something important. Rou and I move closer to see what's on the screen, just a racing game. The white fox stands and looks right at me, and my heart skips. Rou notices me tensing up and points behind me. That's when I realize someone else just walked in. Oh yeah, my dad comes in and tells us that he's starting a new project called Memory Lane. David really is a copy of his dad. Even the fur pattern and antlers are the same. So I guess that's the answer. 3 years ago. I'm surprised that you even remember. You looked glued to your tablet. Me too, honestly. I look back at Notel and the white fox. They look locked in serious conversation. And then there is VR David, sitting in the back, completely absorbed in his game. David. I turn towards the voice, but there's no one there. The goggles suddenly turn dark, then fade to translucent, letting me see the real room again. Dad? What did I say about taking the work laptop without permission? I thought that I had misplaced it again. I'm sorry, Dad. I thought you were going to be busy in a meeting, so I took it. I just wanted to hang out with my new friends. Friends? The ranger sizes Rou and me up before giving a small approving nod. I see. He steps forward and offers his paw, giving both of us a firm handshake. Notel, but you can call me Note. I'm Theodore. Rou. So what brings you two here? Mr. Theodore helped me out in the gardens. And Mr. Rou is his friend who came along. Yeah, I just wanted to say I'm a huge fan of your work, Mr. Lurks. Please, no need for formalities. Note is fine. And thank you. I take great pride in the work that we do at Notel Visions. I assume that you're both here for the TIA as well? That's right. Splendid. Well, you've already gotten a first-hand look at one of the prototypes that I plan to showcase later this week at my keynote. What do you two think? It's really cool. There's so many practical applications. It'll definitely help people recall and relive their memories, but in VR. It's interesting. But I have some concerns. Oh, do tell. First of all, how do you handle recursive memories? Recursive memories? Ah yes, the boundless loop. We built safeguards to prevent that from occurring. You can rest easy, we're already addressing it. What does that mean? What's the boundless loop? It's when you think of a memory where you're using the goggles themselves. What do you mean, like using the goggles to remember a time when you were using the goggles? Exactly. That creates a memory layer on top of another, And if you're not careful, the memory loops in on itself, and that's where things spiral. Oh, I remember that. Poor Fred. He had to go to the hospital after he went insane. Not now, David. Fred's situation was due to his own misuse. It had nothing to do with the boundless loop. Still, we've instilled safeguards to prevent that sort of scenario. If you try to recall a memory where you were using this device, the system simply blocks it. We're also working on a more robust solution to be included in the next iteration. Any other concerns? I assure you our researchers and developers have covered nearly every edge case at this point. Just one more. What about false memories? Notel pauses, his eyes narrowing slightly as he thinks through the question. Yes, false memories. That was one of the toughest challenges during development. Unfortunately, we don't yet have a reliable solution, but we're actively working on it. So I could just imagine something in the system would treat it like it actually happened? Not exactly. Imagination and long-term memory are stored in different areas of the brain, though they're closely connected. What this means is, the system can't actually tell if what you're remembering is accurate or altered. That sounds worrying? Yes, we're very aware of that. But, as you've already seen, the tech is safe and non-invasive. I'd like to try it. You do? I glance at Rou, surprised. He's already putting the goggles back on. Of course. David, start the system again. On it! I take that as my cue to put the goggles back on. Almost immediately, the space around me returns to that blurry, static white. Alright, just think of a memory, especially that you were doing at the time. The goggles will do the rest. Where, or, I guess, what memory are you gonna visit, Rou? Medical school. He doesn't elaborate. He just stands there, eyes narrowing in concentration as the void around us dissolves into a dim library. Is it just me, or does everything look brown? That's normal. When memories are fragmented, the system tries to reconstruct them. In those cases, objects appear with the sepia tint. Here, it appears almost everything in the memory is sepia tinted. Which means it's working as intended. I scan the room and spot a younger Rou sitting alone and studying intensely at a desk. Oh, I guess it must be exam season? You look really focused. As we watch, a small group suddenly appears from around a corner and approaches the table. Two of them, a tall tiger and a large husky, join him. Are those your friends? You could say that. The husky gets up after a moment, leaving the tiger and young Rou chatting one-on-one. Present Rou's eyes stay glued to the tiger, whose hands something to his younger self, but it's too blurry to make out what it is. And that's it. What happened? Was that the whole memory? That's all that I really remember. Wow, that was cool. I don't think that I've ever seen that much sepia before. How fascinating. We remove the goggles and the room falls quiet. I can tell Notel is deep in thought. There is a lot that he's not saying. Thanks, that was fun. That was a substantial amount of sepia. How long ago was that memory? Over a decade ago. How interesting. He mutters to himself, walking over to the laptop. Tell me, was that a false memory? Wait, was it? That would explain all the sepia. Precisely. That's what I thought. You didn't know? I always had a hunch. This just confirms it. Guess it never happened. Yes, that makes sense. In our earlier testing, false memories usually showed up just one or two elements that were forged by the brain. Those individual parts would appear sepia-toned. I've never seen an entire memory cast entirely in brown before. Truly remarkable. What about you? Do you want to try this thing out? The wolf turns to me, waiting. Yeah, Mr. Theodore, it's your turn now. Sure, I guess. I can try it out. Although I'm not really sure which memory to think about. What a happy moment from your life? I don't want to pick something too personal, but I also want it to be meaningful. Okay, I think that I've decided on something. Perfect. I slip the goggles back on and the white void returns once more. Focus on a memory, especially what you were doing at the time. What I was doing. I was sitting on the hillside overlooking the town. I just had finished helping out at the garden center and wanted to relax and enjoy the view. The world around me shifts again and now fully renders in VR exactly as I remember it. Wow, a hill! Is that you sitting at the top? I look up at the hill and spot my past self sitting quietly, facing the skyline. Seeing myself from outside is surely surreal. Yeah, that's me. What were you doing up there? I had just finished helping my family for the day. I came up here to wind down and enjoy the view. Oh, that's like me when I watch the sunset from my mansion. And who's that over there? I follow Rou's gaze and spot someone that I hadn't seen in years. A short Wolverine with a familiar backpack, all gray. My chest tightens. That's Coulson? But he shouldn't be here. Why is he gray? Ah, yes. Gray usually means memory conflict. It appears that this memory is clashing with another existing one. Tell me, is this hill significant? Or rather, is your connection to this place and this person important? I hesitate, struggling to explain why Coulson is here. Nothing comes to mind. I don't know. I'm not sure why he's here. How unfortunate. It seems that there was a system error and the memory terminated earlier. We're still refining the tech. If you'd like, we can try again from the top. That's okay. I think I'm good. I take the goggles off and offer a smile to Notel and David as I hand them back. I'm just getting a little dizzy from all the VR. I think I need to sit for a bit. No problem. It takes time to get used to it, especially if you don't VR often. I walk over to one of the sofas and sink into it, still caught off guard by Coulson's sudden appearance. It's been a long time since he last crossed my mind. Hey, you good? You don't look so hot. I'm fine. The goggles were just a bit uncomfortable. Do you guys want to do something else? I was gonna suggest video games, but if you're dizzy, maybe we should watch a movie instead. Sure, we could do that. In that case, I'll take the laptop and head out. Thanks again, and take care. It was a pleasure having you both here with my son. It was a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Lurix. Notel gives us a small smile before picking up the laptop and vanishing into one of the many doors. So, what kind of movies do you guys want to watch? A bunch of my dad's friends are directors. I even have films that haven't released yet. Oh, I know. Do you guys want to watch Wolven? Wolven? I don't think that I've heard of that before. Really? It's a foreign film, but it's super hyped. Okay. What's it about? Magic and romance. I glance at Rou, still standing nearby. I'm down. You want to watch that? Rou gives David a bored look and shakes his head. It's getting late. I think I should go. Aw, really? But your bourbon just arrived while we were in VR. Rou flashes me a smug grin and plops down next to me. Alright. It's not like I need to get up early tomorrow anyway. Hooray! Alright, let me get the file. The reindeer rushes off and returns quickly with the tablet, sinking into the TV. He grabs the bourbon from the table, then flops down beside Rou, just as the movie starts. The film begins and I'm completely lost. Only the subtitles give me any idea of what's being said in that unfamiliar language. I lean back into the sofa, its warmth and softness lulling me towards sleep. Lots of muscular men, eye candy, and action fill the screen, but I can barely keep my eyes open. I rub my eyes as I get up from the bed, trying to remember what happened. What am I doing here? Wasn't I with David? Rou? I glance over and see the wolf heading towards the door. Did I wake you up? I force myself up, shaking off the grogginess. What happened? Did I fall asleep? Yeah, you did. David insisted that you sleep at his place, but I decided to carry you back after the movie. The movie? Oh, right. I can't believe that I passed out like that. Don't worry about it. You've had a long day. Wait, what about you? Where are you going now? Back home. I'm checking out earlier tonight. Gotta continue with the investigation tomorrow. So you're leaving? Yeah. Wait. With my mind still half asleep, I realize that I just blurted out something without thinking. I mean, do you have a minute? What is it? I sit back down on the bed, looking down at the floor, trying to find the right words. It'll be okay, right? Those texts that I got, I don't have anything to be concerned about. You should be fine. If we follow Javier's line of reasoning, you don't have anything to worry about. If something were going to happen to you, it would have already happened. In fact, I'd argue that we caused more problems trying to help than those texts ever did. Yeah. Rou walks back over and sits down in the chair across from me, his expression focused, but with a hint of concern. You don't look convinced. Sorry, I'm just paranoid. He sighs and motions towards my pocket. Give me your phone. I'll give you my personal number. If anything does happen to you, just message me. I rummage through my pocket and pull out the phone, only to realize that I still have the bit flipper that Javier gave me earlier. Oh, I still have this. I show Rou the bit flipper, then unlock the phone. I can't be bothered. Plus he has like 1 million of those. Just keep it. Are you sure? If he really wants it back, he'll come and take it back from you. He takes my phone, taps in his number, and hands it back to me. There. Now you can rest easy. Thanks. Something is still bothering you. I can see it. You can? You need some rest. It's been a long day. Have fun with the rest of your stay at the TIA, and be more careful. Rou stands up again, and though I want to ask him more questions about what he meant, I know that it'll just keep him here longer than necessary. Thanks again, Rou. See ya. And just like that, he's gone. I lay back down, trying to process what the heck happened today. There were so many things, it all feels like a blur. I'm not even sure how I should feel right now. Relieved it's over, sad that I'm alone again, upset that I'm still thinking about Coulson. I bury my head into my pillow and let out a long sigh. Shower and sleep, that's what I need. I'll think about this tomorrow. Day 3. A yawn escapes my mouth as I rub my eyes, still trying to wake up. I didn't get much sleep last night. Maybe I should sleep in for another hour. Then again, I'm on vacation. I should be out and about, checking things out. Especially since the last few days have been pretty hectic, to say the least. I let out another yawn, my legs trudging towards the convention area. Ugh, I need coffee soon or I won't make it past lunch without collapsing. I power through, walking over when I notice a small crowd gathering around a large sign just outside the lobby. Is something going on? Curious, I make my way over, trying to see what everyone is looking at. Scheduling has been reorganized due to complications. Sorry for the inconvenience. Below the message is an updated schedule for the keynotes today. I scan the list, frowning when I realize that the events that I was looking forward to have been moved to later this week. Damn, I guess I really did get out of bed for nothing. And here I thought getting up early would do me some good. I scratch my head and look around, unsure of what to do next. My eyes stop at the window. The silhouette of the building outside reminds me that I haven't actually explored the city yet. I mean, technically I've been driving around parts of it, but not the downtown core. There are some gray clouds outside, but it doesn't seem like it's raining yet. Alright, this is my chance then. Maybe I'll walk around the block, grab some coffee, check out some stores, and head back before it starts to pour. I make my way outside, letting the sense of adventure take me over. It doesn't take long before I come across a busy local coffee shop. If it's this popular, it must be good, right? I stifle another yawn as I line up, already deciding that I'll just get a regular coffee. Eventually my turn comes and I order without much thought. The staff is hard at work behind the counter, and less than a minute later my drink is ready. I take a sip and find a seat by the window. Hey! I look over and see a tall, slender jackal next to me, but I still glance around to make sure that they're talking to me. Hi? How can I help you? He returns a warm smile, nodding reassuringly. I was just sitting down when I looked over and I couldn't help but notice... You look like an awful lot like a friend that I know. Really? Yeah. I know this is kind of weird, but... Would you mind if I took a photo of you to show him? He pulls out his phone and waves it at me expectingly. Yeah, sure, I guess. Why not? Thanks. He leans down and aims his phone towards us. Thanks, man. I can't wait to show him. He's gonna be so shocked. Haha, no problem. By the way, my name's Jay. Theodore. He extends a paw for a shake, catching me off guard, but I go along with it to avoid being awkward. So... You come to this coffee shop often? No, this is actually my first time here. Oh really? How do you like it? It's not bad. I don't usually drink coffee, but I thought that I'd give it a try. Is that so? He chuckles and gives me an inquisitive stare, almost like he's trying to study me. Well, if you like this place, you should check out the other shop down the street. They've got an amazing blend for... Ah, and that's why I hate you. What the heck was that? We glance over at the source of the shouting and see a small brown cat arguing on her phone, just a table away from us. She throws a paw in the air, yelling something incoherent before slamming her phone down, pushing her chair back and walking out of the shop. For a split second, the store goes silent. Everyone else looks just as stunned as I feel, still trying to make sense of what just happened. Jay and I glance at each other, unsure if we really saw what we just saw. What was that about? No idea. Sounds like she was in some kind of argument. Oh wait, isn't that hers? I point over to the white leather purse that's still dangling from her chair. So it is. What do you think we should do with it? Maybe she has some contact information in there that you can use to reach her? Or she'll come back? I hesitate, then shake my head. Probably not, considering how shaken she looked. Through the window, the jackal gestures towards a lady standing just a few feet outside the shop. Actually, she's just outside the store. For now. We can probably return it to her now before she leaves. I nod and reach over for her purse before calling after her. Wait, miss. Several people turn to look at me, and my face flushes red from embarrassment. I didn't realize how loud I was shouting. I looked at the window again, but this time she's gone from my view. She couldn't have gone too far. I exit the store and turn the corner, spotting the cat jogging back towards me, waving when she sees the purse in my hands. Hey, that's my purse! Ah, yeah, I was trying to return it to you. You just forgot it inside. Ah, silly me. I've been so scatterbrained today. Thank you so much. You're a lifesaver. I return her purse and smile. No worries, just happy that I was able to find you. Hold on. The woman digs through her purse frantically, then looks back at me. Where's my jewelry? Huh? My jewelry. It was just here. My diamond necklace and my platinum earrings. Ah, there you are, miss. I turn to see Jay staring at me and the cat. There you are, Jay. Tell her that I didn't take her stuff. He just stares back at me, expression blank, almost rehearsed. Jay? I'm not Jay. And more importantly, don't try to change the subject. Huh? I just saw him digging through your purse, miss. What? No, I never opened her purse. I didn't take her jewelry. I shake my head in confusion and shock. Had I been set up? Well, it was here before and now it's not. Why don't you check your pockets then? I panic and start digging through my pockets. See? I didn't take her jewelry. Then, what's this? The jackal points at my feet and I spot a small white ring on the ground. She squats down to pick it up, her face filled with shock. That's my earring! Are you sure? I blink at the earring in disbelief. What the hell is going on? See? It came right out of your pockets. No. This is a huge misunderstanding. I glance around, realizing that a crowd is starting to gather around us. This is bad. I'm being framed. Hey, where's the rest of her jewelry? What? What do you mean rest? How should I know? I didn't take it. I begin to panic, realizing that the mess I'm in. Another man approaches, tall and lean, pointing directly at me. Hey, I saw him digging through her purse. Give her back her stuff. You know how expensive those earrings and necklace are? Give it back, or I'm demanding $4,000. Or I'll press charges, you creep. $4,000? I swear to God, I don't have your accessories. Then how do you explain that earring? Huh? It was planted there, I swear to God. I didn't take your stuff. I realize the crowd is getting bigger. They're all surrounding me. Someone search him. He probably stuffed it somewhere. What? Yeah, I saw him put something in his mouth. Suddenly, I realize that I'm surrounded. Several guys are closing in on me. Without thinking, I turn and bolt. He's getting away! Someone get him! He stole my stuff! I hear several pairs of footsteps behind me as I run, dodging pedestrians in my path. Stop him! The sharp pain in my thighs returns, but I force myself to ignore it and keep running. I charge through the streets, turning corners, trying to lose them with every red light. My lungs burn and my legs feel stiff, but the adrenaline carries me until the sounds of pursuit fade away. I push myself a bit more, crossing a street until I find myself at the beach. I look behind me, panting, relieved to see no one chasing me anymore. I collapse onto a hidden wooden bench behind some bushes and give myself a few seconds to recover. What the fuck? I shake my head, finally starting to process everything that just happened. I lie there on the beach, utterly deflated for the next few minutes, until footsteps approach from behind. I spring up in alarm, but then exhale in relief. It's just reporters. There are several people carrying video cameras, following a slim lioness talking to a shorter badger beside her. They look like they're filming some sort of interview, or maybe it's just a local news segment. They walk down the beach towards the water, but I can still hear their conversation. I see. So, Deanna, How do you think the citizens will react to your new plans to improve the city? Deanna, huh? I've spoken to many citizens across town in the past years. It was actually their idea to repurpose this area, the beaches, for example. Reduce crime rates, increase social programs, but most importantly, use taxpayer money to actually improve the city. We want change, and I'm here to represent the people's wishes. Yes, and could you tell us a little more about how you plan to defeat the current mayor? What's your game plan? Could you discuss that with us? There really isn't much to discuss. Most citizens know Castleton is funded by big corporations and favors the CEOs who lobby against City Hall decisions. The city is still recovering from the aftermath of his poor decisions, especially after his scandal. Deanna suddenly clutches her chest and starts coughing, causing the reporter and camera crew to stop filming. Sorry, I've been under the weather lately. Let's film the rest of this later. The group walks away and I stand up, deciding it's time to move on. Hey. A stern voice echoes behind me. I practically jump, but the panic fades when I turn around to see that it's just Rou. Oh, hey Rou. Jesus, relax. It's just me. Wasn't expecting to see you here. He scratches his beard and raises a brow as he checks me out. What the hell happened to you? It's a long story. What about you? What are you doing here? He points down the beach towards the harbor, about half a mile away. Investigating. You? I was running away from a group of scam artists. At least, I think they were. They set you up? I sigh, feeling like an idiot as I recount the events. Yeah, some lady left her purse in the coffee shop and I ran out to try and return it to her. And then she accused you of stealing her stuff and demanded money. Yeah, how did you know? It's one of the oldest tricks in the book. How much do they demand? 5,000? 4,000? I was close. He chuckles playfully and smirks. Well, at least you managed to lose them. Yeah. I glance back towards the city, feeling the knot of paranoia tighten in my chest. My eyes dart across the sidewalk, scanning the crowds. And then that's when I spot them. The Jackal and a few men standing across the street, staring straight at me. Crap. They're here. I ducked instinctively, hiding behind Rou for cover. Don't tell me that those scrawny-looking guys are after you. The Jackal and his guys, yeah. Hey, there he is. We don't want any trouble, buddy. Give back the lady's jewelry or else. I peek over and see that we're surrounded by the Jackal and 3 other men, all glaring at me. Oh, fuck off. He didn't steal shit. Yeah? And that's your word against ours. We saw him steal the jewelry from the woman's purse. That's right. You got nothing on us. You're all bark and no bite. And who the hell are you? Stop defending a thief. Bro, what should we do? I really didn't steal anything. God fucking damn it. These guys are a pain. We're right here, you know. Go scam someone else if you know what's good for you. Is that a threat? You think that we're scared of you? That brat has to return the stuff or pay. Let me ask you guys this. Why do you care so much? Don't answer. We already know why. You 4 are just low-life scammers preying on innocent people, trying to extort them with your shitty little games. Am I right? One of the men lunges at Rou with a wild punch. Rou sidesteps cleanly and the guy catches face first into the sand. I step backwards, heart pounding, just as another thug charges in, this one flashing a knife, eyes locked on Rou. Watch out! Rou sidesteps at the last second and kicks out his legs, sending the guy sprawling into the sand. Come on, really? This is embarrassing. Jeez, this is getting crazy. A sudden roar cuts through the chaos as a much larger man barrels towards Rou, arms outstretched for a full-body tackle. Rou plants his feet, gritting his teeth as the two collide with a heavy thud. For a second, neither moves, locked in a clash of brute strength. Then Rou shifts his stance, grips the man by the waist, and with a powerful grunt, lifts him clean off the ground and slams him onto the sand with a deep, heavy thud. I blink, barely believing how easy that was. That's 3 down. But where's the jackal? I scan the beach, the 3 men still struggling to rise as the last guy is nowhere to be found. Where's that damn mutt? A tense silence hangs in the air. I glance around, heart racing, but there's nothing. Suddenly, without warning, the jackal bursts out from the bushes beside us and slams into Rou, tackling him to the ground. Jesus fucking... They grapple for a moment, picking up sand until Rou gets a hold of him and hurls him into the bushes. Run! The last man scrambles after them, slipping between the cars and disappearing into the city streets. Phew. That was intense. I shake my head in disbelief, even though I shouldn't be. I saw Rou fight the other day. Bunch of amateurs. Didn't even break a sweat. The thugs at the power plant put up a better fight than that. You alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Oh, no, Rou, your arm. I point at his sleeve, the fabric soaked in blood, with a few drops trailing down onto the sand. Ah, fucking hell. He clutches his arm, his expression more annoyed than pained. And I just had this cleaned. Are you okay? Does it hurt? I'm fine. One of those bastards must have grazed me. He pulls up his sleeve, revealing a long bleeding cut. That doesn't look fine. That looks like a deep cut. I'm fine. You say that, but... My gaze shifts between the cut and his face. Anyone can see that he's not fine. There's way too much blood dripping down. I think we should take you to the hospital. I said that I'm fine. Blood trickles down his paw as he clutches the wound tighter. I grit my teeth as the sight of all that blood starts to make me a bit queasy. No, you shouldn't be bleeding this much. This is serious. Rou finally looks down at the injury, letting out a sigh like he already knows that I'm right. Not ideal for the investigation, but I guess I should. My ears flatten, guilt washing over me. Oops, that's right. I'm sorry, I totally forgot that you were in the middle of that. I didn't mean to get in the way. Shh. It was my decision to help. Now, if you don't mind, I'll be heading to the hospital. Rou turns and starts walking towards the road, holding his bleeding arm like it's no big deal. Hey, you're not walking there, are you? Of course not. The car's parked just across the street. You're driving? How are you supposed to drive with a gash like that? I've still got my other arm. I squint and shake my head at that statement. But you'll need that to stop the bleeding. Rou doesn't answer. We both go quiet for a moment, the sound of his footsteps fading as he keeps walking. I can drive you to the hospital. I blurted out, guilt tightening in my chest as I remember that he's hurt because of me. Technically I can drive, even if it's been years since I last did. The wolf doesn't respond right away. He just slows down a little, like he's thinking it over. Hey! This is serious. Look at the trail of blood that you're leaving. I point at the trail of blood. It gets thicker the closer that it gets to Rou. He's clearly bleeding more with every step. You're kidding me if you're serious that you think you can drive like that. I follow him to the car, quiet now, but still hoping that he'll reconsider. He leans against the door with a grunt, blood still dripping down his arm. With one hand, he fumbles with his pocket, trying to get to the keys. Rou finally gets them out, but his grip is shaky. The wolf tries unlocking the door with the remote, but the key slips. Fucking hell. He tries again, slower this time. I shift uneasily, watching the blood run down his fingers. This isn't going to work. Hey. He finally manages to press the button, but he just stands there for a moment, breathing heavily, hands still resting on the door handle. I'm not helpless, you know. I say nothing, but I can't hide the worry on my face. He glances at me, then back down at his hand. His fingers twitch once, then fall still. He exhales sharply through his nose, almost like he's admitting something to himself. Fine. Take the damn keys. They'll tell you how to get to the hospital. I smile, relieved that he's not too stubborn to listen. Rou pulls the keys from his pocket and tosses them to me, clearly covered in blood. I catch them awkwardly, trying not to grimace as I wipe them off on the small patch of grass below. I glance away for a second, and he's already in the passenger seat, giving me a look and signaling me to get moving. Let's just get this over with quickly. Otherwise, I'll be hearing it from Javier for weeks. To be continued. So, that was the beginning of Rou's route. And it seems like the wolf is stuck with Theodore. I mean, I'm sure he doesn't mind, but he probably doesn't like to look kind of weak or look like he needs help, which might explain why throughout most of the story he usually comes off as a guy that like knows what's going on, or at the very least has a plan, even if he doesn't actually have a plan. He's just winging it most of the time. But like for the majority of the story, even in Javier's route, he kind of looks like, or he felt like he was a character that was like, yeah, just go with me, I know what's going on, even though sometimes he didn't know what was going on. So I take it that this is sort of like a glimpse of him showing that maybe he doesn't have it all together, he just acts like he does. But yeah. What else? Kind of funny how Theodore just always gets into trouble. Also interesting that Rou apparently has a fake memory of when he was in medical school, and also somehow of this other tiger person. And the only other tiger person that we know is Theodore, but also we know of the Italian one. The one that kind of has like the Jersey Shore type of accent. From Javier's route. But I mean, what are the chances that they are related? That they're one and the same? Also, who is this Coulson person that apparently Theodore was thinking of? Was it an ex or something? And the fact that they don't remember the fact that this person was in that memory. Unless it was like a good memory that was also somehow tied into a bad memory or something, maybe? What else? I think that's mostly it. I'm assuming that Javier will mostly stay out of this route. He'll be mostly doing the investigation on the harbor, I guess. So I mean, that's one way to sort of put him on the sidelines, how Rou was on the sidelines. But, you know. What are your thoughts so far? Write it down in the comments, and thank you all for watching / listening. If you would like to play Rain Check yourself, you can do so by going down into the link in the description, which should have a direct link for the itch.io page where you can download and play the game. If you would like to support the project, you can do so by going down to the other link for the Patreon, where you can subscribe and get early access to builds of Rain Check and whatever else they might offer. But yeah, do that if you want to support them. Also, if you would like to support the channel, you can become a channel member. Gives you earlier access to these videos as they're being scheduled. And like I said, it does help support the channel, it supports me. And you could also support through Ko-fi in case you want to do it through there instead. And yeah, like also Throne in case, you know, you're feeling generous. But yeah, so I guess that's it for now, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.